race for air superiority is accelerating, and the United States isn't holding back. With the A-18 Super Hornet undergoing advanced testing, whispers of next-level upgrades are stirring interest across defense circles. As global skies grow more contested, what new features are being added to strengthen its combat performance? And could this evolution signal a shift in how future conflicts are fought from above? Join us as we unveil the new capabilities that have made the advanced A-18 Airpower unmatched. L3 Harris's latest upgrade has just elevated the Super Hornet from a powerful warplane to a truly formidable force in the skies, smarter, sharper, and more lethal than ever. But before we dive into the cutting-edge enhancements that make this aircraft a next-generation powerhouse, let's take a moment to trace the Hornet's evolution and how it transformed over the years from a reliable workhorse into a symbol of aerial dominance. The A-18 Super Hornet, crafted by Boeing, has been soaring through the skies since 1999, serving as one of the Navy's most dependable and versatile jets. It stepped into the spotlight when it replaced the legendary F-14 Tomcat, taking on a wide range of missions with remarkable skill. From claiming air superiority in tense skies to conducting detailed reconnaissance to carrying out precise, high-stakes strikes, this aircraft quickly proved it could do it all. Over the years, the Super Hornet's success didn't just happen in isolation. It was the product of decades of evolving naval aviation strategy. Long before its first flight, the Navy was already laying the groundwork for the next generation of multi-role fighters. This vision took shape in the Naval Fighter Attack Experimental Program, an ambitious effort to find an aircraft capable of replacing older workhorses like the Douglas A-4 Skyhawk and A-7 Corsair II, while complementing the mighty F-14 Tomcat. Vice Admiral Kent Lee, then head of Naval Air Systems Command, became the strongest supporter of the VFAX program despite fierce opposition from several Navy officers, including Vice Admiral William D. Hauser, the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Air Warfare, the highest-ranking naval aviator at the time. In August 1973, Congress ordered the Navy to look for a less costly alternative to the F-14. Grumman came forward with a simplified version of the F-14 called the F-14X, while McDonnell Douglas suggested a naval version of the F-15. However, both proposals ended up being almost as expensive as the F-14. That summer, Secretary of Defense James R. Schlesinger instructed the Navy to consider the competitors from the Air Force's lightweight fighter program, the General Dynamics YF-16 and the Northrop YF-17. The Air Force competition focused only on creating a day fighter without any strike capability. By May 1974, the House Armed Services Committee redirected $34 million from the VFAX program into a new effort called the Navy Air Combat Fighter. This new program aimed to make the best possible use of the technology and designs developed for the lightweight fighter program. Although the YF-16 emerged victorious in the lightweight fighter competition, the United States Navy was wary of adopting a design that relied on a single engine and narrow landing gear, both of which raised doubts about its suitability and cost-effectiveness for carrier operations. For these reasons, the Navy rejected the proposed naval derivative of the F-16, the Vought Model 1600, developed by Vought in partnership with General Dynamics. On the 2nd of May, 1975, the Navy made its choice clear. It would move forward with the YF-17. Since the lightweight fighter program did not align with the specific design needs of the earlier VFAX program, the Navy tasked McDonnell Douglas and Northrop with creating a completely new aircraft that would borrow key principles from the YF-17 while being tailored for carrier service. On the 1st of March, 1977, Secretary of the Navy W. Graham Claytor officially announced that this new aircraft would be named the Hornet, a title inspired by the insect's agility and sting, as well as a proud naval tradition. Several ships had carried the name USS Hornet, dating back to the Revolutionary War. That name would soon be carried into the skies by a new generation of fighters. F/A-18 came in two main versions, the single-seat F/A-18E and the dual-seat F/A-18F. By the time it joined the fleet in 1999, it was ready to take over the demanding role once held by the iconic F-14 Tomcat. This was more than just a simple update. It marked the second major leap in the A-18 program's history, engineered to handle nearly every mission a carrier might demand. Winning air-to-air battles, escorting other aircraft, scouting enemy positions, refueling in midair, supporting troops on the ground, suppressing enemy defenses, and carrying out accurate strikes at any hour of the day or night. The FA-18E and F models were brought in to eventually replace the older FA-18 C and D versions, which were approaching the end of their service life. These advanced twin-engine, mid-wing jets were designed not just for performance, but also for versatility, a true do-everything fighter. One of the first things pilots noticed was the size. Compared to the earlier models, the Super Hornet's airframe was roughly 1/5 larger, about 20% bigger than its predecessor, which allows it to carry more fuel and fly farther. This extra space allowed for an impressive 1/3 increase in internal fuel storage, which in turn stretched the aircraft's mission range by more than 2/5 and gives it an edge when missions stretch into long hours and distant ranges. That extra endurance often means the difference between success and failure when every second counts. Even more importantly for long operations, it could now remain in the air for roughly 1/2 longer without refueling. This kind of performance wasn't just impressive, it was urgently needed. By the 1990s, the United States Navy was entering a critical crossroads. Its frontline strike aircraft, the battle-worn A-6 Intruders and aging A-7 Corsair IIs, were nearing the end of their service lives. The skies were changing, and the Navy had no clear successor to fill the void. Then came the FA-18 Echo and Foxtrot Super Hornet. Though it shares a name with the original Hornet, the Super Hornet is no mere upgrade. It's a completely reimagined aircraft, built on the Hornet's design philosophy, but scaled up with a larger airframe, greater range, and enhanced survivability. Rather than replacing the Hornet outright, the Navy chose a complementary strategy. Super Hornets would fly alongside legacy Hornets until the older Alpha through Delta models could be phased out in favor of the stealthy F-35 Charlie Lightning II. Meanwhile, the Marine Corps, facing delays in the F-35 Bravo program, pushed the limits of their existing fleet, extending the service life of select FA-18s from 6,000 to an astonishing 10,000 flight hours. But size wasn't the only improvement. Engineers worked hard to make the Super Hornet more dependable and easier to maintain. In fact, it had just under 1/2 fewer parts than the FA-18CD models. That meant fewer breakdowns, faster repairs, and less time stuck in the hangar when it could be out flying missions. This careful balance of increased power, greater efficiency, and improved serviceability meant that the Super Hornet quickly became one of the most trusted and flexible aircraft in the Navy's arsenal. Whether it was facing fast, agile enemy fighters, flying deep into hostile territory to deliver precision weapons, or acting as an airborne gas station for other jets, the Super Hornet proved it could adapt to the task. Its service history speaks for itself. From combat missions in the Middle East to patrols in the Pacific, the F/A-18E/F showed time and again why it was chosen to carry forward the Navy's air power into the 21st century. Its ability to switch between roles in the same mission, perhaps starting with a strike mission, then switching to an escort role, and finally conducting reconnaissance on the way home, made it invaluable. The Navy has continued to refine the Super Hornet, with the newest Block 3 version promising even greater performance. This upgrade is designed with cutting-edge networking technology and a sleeker radar profile, making it harder for enemies to detect. It's a silent yet powerful step forward in modern aerial warfare, proving the Super Hornet is evolving. The power of this aircraft isn't just in its engineering, but also in the real-world missions where it has been tested. In January, a dramatic joint operation saw both United States and United Kingdom forces strike more than 60 Houthi targets in Yemen. The attack wasn't just about firepower, it was about coordination, timing, and precision. 4 Royal Air Force Eurofighter Typhoons joined forces with over a dozen Super Hornets, each one launching from the deck of the massive aircraft carrier USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, a Nimitz-class nuclear-powered powerhouse. On board that carrier, Carrier Air Wing 3 operates with a mix of aircraft, including the FA-18 Super Hornet, the E-2 Hawkeye for Advanced Airborne Command, and the A-18G Growler for electronic warfare. Together, they form a formidable airborne team, capable of responding to threats anywhere in the world. The Super Hornet's presence on these missions is not all about showing strength, but also about maintaining security, protecting allies, and ensuring the Navy can meet the challenges of 21st century warfare. Its flexibility allows it to switch roles in moments, from protecting the skies to delivering a precise strike on a high-value target. That same versatility is deeply rooted in its design, especially in the cockpit. The Hornet represented a leap forward in cockpit technology, being among the very first aircraft to make extensive use of multifunction displays. With a single press of a button, the pilot could shift seamlessly from a fighter role to an attack role, or even manage both at once. This remarkable force multiplier capability gave operational commanders unprecedented flexibility, allowing them to adapt swiftly to the constantly changing conditions of modern air combat. It also became the very first United States Navy aircraft to integrate a digital multiplexing avionics bus, a system that allowed for far easier upgrades compared to earlier designs. The aircraft was engineered with maintainability as a top priority, a decision that would prove invaluable in its service life. The Hornet required far less downtime than its heavier contemporaries, such as the F-14 Tomcat and the A-6 Intruder. Its mean time between failures was an impressive 3 times greater than any other Navy strike aircraft, and it demanded only half the maintenance hours. This reduction in upkeep meant more aircraft available for missions at any given time, a clear operational advantage. Central to its reliability was the General Electric F404 engine, designed from the outset with operability, robustness, and ease of maintenance in mind. While it was not the most powerful engine in terms of raw performance, it excelled in resisting stalls and flameouts, even in challenging flight conditions. The F404 connected to the Hornet's airframe at just 10 mounting points and could be replaced without any specialized tools. A well-trained team of 4 crew members could remove and replace the engine in as little as 20 minutes, a remarkable achievement for a frontline combat aircraft. The Hornet's performance was formidable for its class, capable of reaching a top speed of approximately Mach 1.8 at an altitude of 40,000 feet. Its agility, combined with advanced avionics, made it equally adept at dogfighting, precision strikes, and defensive operations. The engine air inlets of the Hornet followed a fixed pitot type design, similar to those on the F-16. This contrasted with the more complex variable geometry or variable intake ramp designs found on the F-4, F-14, and F-15. While the fixed geometry inlet sacrificed some pressure recovery efficiency at higher max speeds, it was far simpler, lighter, and less demanding in terms of maintenance. This choice reflected the design philosophy behind the Hornet, balancing high capability with reliability and reduced logistical burden. Every design decision, from its avionics to its engine layout, was aimed at creating a true multi-role aircraft, one that could be kept in the air for longer, upgraded more easily, and deployed more flexibly than any of its predecessors. In doing so, the Hornet set new standards for what a modern naval aircraft could be. That spirit of innovation continues today. L3 Harris Technologies has made important progress in developing its next-generation Advanced Electronic Warfare, or ADVEW, system for the F/A-18. This breakthrough comes as part of an $80 million contract awarded in 2023 to create a more advanced and capable electronic warfare system for the Boeing-built aircraft. Recently, L3 Harris achieved critical hardware verifications for the ADVEW system, a key step in ensuring the technology can withstand the demanding conditions of high-speed air combat. Alongside this, the company demonstrated advanced features that promise to greatly enhance the aircraft's ability to detect, counter, and outsmart modern electronic threats. These advances are setting the stage for the next phase, integrating the system into the Super Hornet and carrying out even more in-depth testing. The progress was highlighted during a 2-day event in August at the Navy's dedicated Air Test and Evaluation Center located in Patuxent River, Maryland. There, experts from L3 Harris and Boeing came together to conduct hardware fit checks. This process involved physically installing the ADVEW components into the F/A-18 to ensure they fit perfectly with the aircraft's existing design. Such checks are crucial because even the smallest mismatch in equipment, shape, or size could cause major delays in development. The ADVEW system represents more than just an upgrade. It's a leap forward in how the Navy's Super Hornets will handle the increasingly complex world of electronic warfare. In modern combat, the fight is not just about missiles and guns. It is also about controlling the invisible battlefield of signals and frequencies. Enemy forces often use radar, jammers, and advanced detection systems to target aircraft. With ADVEW, the Super Hornet will be equipped to detect these threats sooner, disrupt enemy systems more effectively, and ensure that pilots can carry out their missions while staying one step ahead. While the hardware checks mark an exciting achievement, the development process is far from over. L3. Harris and the Navy will now focus on further integration, ensuring that the system works flawlessly with the jet's other electronics, weapons, and sensors. Once this is done, the ADVEW will face rigorous flight testing to prove it can perform under real-world combat conditions. The latest stage of checks for the Advanced Electronic Warfare, or ADVEW system, involved using three-dimensional printed mock-ups of various system components, such as connectors and cabling. These models were essential to confirm that every part could fit smoothly and operate properly when integrated into the A-18 Super Hornet fighter jet. The fact that no serious problems were discovered during this step confirmed that the system's design was both practical and effective, allowing the process to move more quickly into the next stages of prototype creation. L3 Harris Technologies highlighted how valuable additive manufacturing has become in developing new defense technology. By creating highly accurate physical replicas of system parts before the actual modification stage, engineers can detect potential design issues and fix them early, saving both time and resources. This proactive approach ensures that any changes can be addressed before the components are installed in the real aircraft, greatly reducing the risk of delays later in the program. Working closely with the Naval Air Systems Command, L3 Harris carried out trials of the ADVEW system at the United States Navy's Threat Air Defense Laboratory. This facility provides a controlled environment where new technology can be tested against government-approved threat scenarios, allowing for a realistic yet safe evaluation of performance. Over the course of 5 full days of testing, the ADVEW system successfully met every key expectation. The evaluations demonstrated the system's ability to respond to advanced and evolving threats with speed and precision, reinforcing its importance in safeguarding the Navy's A-18 operations in hostile environments. Jennifer Lewis, president of L3 Harris Airborne Combat Systems, expressed pride in the recent achievements, calling them 2 critical testing milestones in the company's long history of supplying advanced electronic warfare capabilities to the Super Hornet fleet. She noted that the progress achieved so far is both a reflection of the team's expertise and a sign of the innovations still to come. Lewis further emphasized that the upcoming phases of work will focus on expanding the system's capabilities even further, ensuring it can address emerging challenges in modern combat. She added that L3 Harris remains committed to staying ahead of evolving threats and maintaining the technological edge necessary to protect United States Navy pilots and crews. The program's timeline remains ambitious but achievable. The next major step, a detailed design review with the Navy, is scheduled for late 2024. Following that, L3 Harris plans to move into prototype integration and testing in early 2025. If all goes according to plan, the first operational version of the ADVEW system could be ready for deployment by mid-2025. This sequence of events marks a significant step forward in equipping the Navy's F/A-18 Super Hornet with state-of-the-art protection. By combining innovative manufacturing methods, rigorous testing, and close cooperation with military partners, L3 Harris is positioning the ADVEW system as a critical asset for future missions. Each successful milestone not only proves the technology's reliability, but also reinforces confidence that the program is on track to deliver results that will strengthen the Navy's defensive capabilities for years to come. The Navy aims to conduct chamber tests by late 2025 to verify the system's performance on a real F/A-18 aircraft, ensuring it functions effectively under actual conditions before broader deployment. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.